Please check out the links in the description below for your chance to win a Minelab metal detector, some meteorites, and other cool prizes. They come from the farthest corners of the universe. Visitors transporting information from distant galaxies. Traveling in excess of 160,000 miles per hour. Hundreds of thousands land on our planet unbeknownst to us every year to give us a glimpse into the great beyond. Some of them far older than the Earth itself. It's believed they're responsible for decimating entire planets, and yet some welcome them with open arms. They are the Meteorite Hunters. This is where we start. Two avid treasure hunters travel to Arizona to learn from the world's best meteorite hunters, using the world's best meteorite finding equipment in an attempt to join the ranks and bring home a space rock of our own. So join us on an all-new adventure with longtime pros and newfound friends in our most ambitious treasure hunt yet for priceless meteorites worth more than their weight in gold. We'll also give you an inside look at one of the most extensive and valuable meteorite collections in the world, as seen from inside the Aerolite USA headquarters, pioneers in the meteorite buy, sell, and trade industry. The adventure is out of this world. Meteorite Hunters. Just give us some space.
Guess what? The day's come. Driving to Arizona. It's like 4:45 in the morning. On my way to pick up TJ. It's gonna be a long drive. It's like a 16-hour drive from Boise. Go pick up some rocks. Alright, well, I guess we'll go wake up TJ. Are you ready?
I am ready. I'm ready to buy things that I forgot. It's not fair. I just moved yesterday, so all my stuff is just who knows where.
Yeah, this is all of his stuff that he owns right now.
I live in a van down by the river.
At last, we were on the road. We laughed, we cried, we danced, and then we danced a little bit more. I don't think we really realized how long 16 hours together in one vehicle was actually going to be.
It's harder to do when you're driving. Yeah! No, yeah, no, like this. Yeah, Brandon, what are you out there? What happened? No, not you. Your friend. No, over there. Yeah. Not him.
Looks like our trip just turned into a couple hours longer. If I was a Vegas performer, who would I be?
Dolly Parton.
Would you be Siegfried or Roy?
Which one's the one that's more normal? Which one didn't get eaten? I want to be the guy who didn't eat that tiger.
Dirt Fishing America. Know about it.
Yeah.
What was that for?
Dude,
I just got flipped on.
We even had a chance to drive across the Hoover Dam, which wasn't that cool from the highway.
I don't see what the damn deal is.
I didn't see the damn deal either. It's there. I've heard about it.
I ain't buying it.
All those people were looking at something.
TJ is in for a treat today. He's never had a double animal style, which is like the best burger ever. In-N-Out burger, mostly in California, Utah, Nevada, and Arizona. And I miss him. I miss him really bad. In-N-Out, you need to get in Idaho, like ASAP.
That's good.
No.
After we got back on the road, we immediately noticed that a little bit of Idaho had followed us to Arizona.
We're getting rained upon.
What the hello, operator? Give me number 9.
This kind of blows cactus butt. We are just outside of Kingman, Arizona.
How often do you think it rains in Kingman, Arizona?
Judging by the topography and the vegetation, I think this is the first time in about 150 years. So, and you know who didn't bring any rain gear? Me.
I got mine.
Well, it's supposed to be like the 80s and the 90s. Why would I bring rain gear?
I don't know, but I learned the hard way when I went with Eric and we encountered that flash flood in Nevada. I always bring rain gear now. That's just me, though.
Well, we did as much as we could today. 950 miles.
I'm so happy to be here. No, where are we?
Tempe?
Tempe.
Tempe.
Yeah, don't tempt me.
Don't tempt
Don't
me,
you
boy.
tempt me. Oh, excuse me.
Good one.
Yeah, you got
That got me. That got me.
Good.
Well, you know the reason why that got me, right?
Yeah, it happened. It's happened before.
There was
we
like-
went in and they
there
were in the
was-
shower.
Yeah, they were in the shower and there was like a hot pizza like on
Yeah.
the table. We're like,
So we went into a hotel room when we were in Kingsland in England, and we walked in, got our stuff. We're like, oh my God, I think somebody's here. And there was somebody in the bathroom in this hotel. So we just kind of walked out.
we had to go back up to the front desk. We're like, yeah, I'm pretty sure that one's occupado, bro.
All right, day 2. We made it.
Yeah.
We're gonna show up a little bit early and surprise the gang. They're not gonna like it.
Tucson.
TJ just went to go get our room key and looks like he's back. He's got something there. What is this?
All right, we're good to go.
Yeah.
So got my name tag.
Nice. I love it.
Got your name tag.
That's fitting.
Usually, when the Dirtfish in America crew travels, we end up sleeping on the floor of an unfurnished basement owned by a complete stranger that we just met online. Needless to say, staying at a 5-star resort like the White Stallion Ranch was kind of like taking the Beverly Hillbillies to the Ritz-Carlton.
Look at my bed. So much bigger than yours.
Doctor.
I'm not ready yet.
All right, you guys, we finally made it. We're here in Tucson, Arizona. We're about to hunt some meteorites with none other than the adventure scientist himself, Jeffrey Notkin, from the hit show Meteorite Man on the Discovery Channel.
Is this really dirt fishing? Have you really finally arrived in Tucson?
We are gonna dirt fish the hell out of Tucson.
I have to tell you that I am so delighted to finally meet you in person. We have a lot in common, both adventurers, treasure hunters.
Absolutely.
And may I say, I'm quite a fan of your show.
I'm a fan of your show.
Well,
are you here? Are we getting this? Anyway, we are super stoked to be here. This has been a long time coming. We've really, really wanted to meet up with you for a long time and finally making it happen. And we're gonna find some space rocks with you tomorrow. This is like a dream. Pinch me, TJ.
He's not dreaming.
How about a slap?
We're gonna go inside now and learn a little bit about space rocks and hear about some of the adventures that he's been on hunting them. We're not gonna give away all the details of this course though. He's gonna be putting on like a 3-day course on how to find meteorites, what they look like, where they're at, why they're there, and it's just a ton of info to learn. And we've been wanting to find them for a long time.
I can promise you one thing. You're definitely going to find meteorites on this thing.
Awesome.
Definitely. I will stay out
even
here.
me?
I will stay out in the field with you two fearless adventurers until you've each found at least one.
I can't wait. Oh, I almost forgot the most exciting part. After the course, we're actually going on a hunt with you to a top secret location.
It is top secret. You're going to
Very
really
top
like
secret.
it. In a way, it'll be a bit of a sequel to a Meteorite Men episode, and I've always wanted to go back to this.
I think I watched that one.
I think if all goes well, we'll be going down in a burning ring of fire.
Ah, Johnny Cash fan. And a very bleak Meteorite reference.
Very bleak.
I've been everywhere, man.
Well, it's official. I can die happy.
You met Jeff?
I met Jeff.
He's a good dude.
He said he watches our show? That is insane.
Yeah, who watches our show?
Who watches our show? Nobody watches us.
That night, at 1900 hours, we assembled in the assembly room. There we were assigned cutting-edge, military-grade Minelab metal detection units and briefed on how to properly use these new machines in the field to locate meteorites. Together, we recited the metal detecting creed. This is my metal detector. There are many like it, but this one is mine. Then it was on to didactics with Jeffrey Notkin. There he laid it all on the line. What we need to know, why we need to know it. Meteorites. What are they? What are they made of? Where do they come from? How do they get here? How do we find them? And looking around the room, it became apparent not all of us would be cut out for this journey. But I kept TJ as my partner because I didn't want to hurt his feelings. All the while, our hearts in our throats, thinking, tonight could be the night. A fresh fall could be hurtling towards Earth at 100,000 miles an hour, just waiting for us. That night, we racked out, knowing that in the morning, our newfound information would be put to the test in the field under real-life circumstances.
Welcome to training day. This is actually a test strewn field, so Jeff and the team placed a bunch of meteorites out here so that way when we're out in the wild hunting them on our own, we know what we're listening for.
The time had come. Finally, it was time to put the coil to the soil and start scanning the land for some meteorites. And we didn't want to waste any time because at 8 a.m. it was already 90 degrees out.
Ooh, I think I see one, dude. I could be wrong, but check this out. Look at that. I am almost positive that is a beautiful ironing meteorite. Here we go. Moment of truth. Here we go. Ah! Yeah! Nice! Yeah! Check that out. Yes!
Oh, that's on there good.
Oh man, that is an ironing meteorite right there.
Attaboy!
Yes! Yeah! Meteorite in your face! Suck it, Space Rock! Nice! I'd like to thank Jeff Notkin, the Aerolite team for their support. I'd like to thank God and my family, and
me.
The extraterrestrial, and TJ, also classified as extraterrestrial.
It is an official dirt fishing meteorite find. Look at that. Yeah. With a lovely shape, natural patina. Look at the teeny little regmaglyphs, teeny little thumbprints on it.
What'd you call regmaglyphs?
Regmaglyphs.
All right.
So regmaglyph is the scientific name for the little indentations that we see that are caused when the surface melts as it's flying through the atmosphere. Definitely an indicator for iron meteorites. From the asteroid belt to your belt.
We're pretty much millionaires now.
Yeah, we can just retire now. Gosh, this metal detecting lark's really paid off big for us, hasn't it?
What do you think, Chile first or Mexico or?
I thought you said you wanted to retire to the South Sea Islands.
That'd be cool.
Yeah. You could just sit there on one of those nice deck chairs with, you know, those palm frond shacks. You'd be bored in 5 minutes. I don't believe your story for a minute. You'd be like, there's nothing to detect out here.
We don't hold still very long.
Well, congratulations on your find.
Thank you very much.
Pretty fantastic, Dr. Tones.
Awesome. Man, even though we know meteorites are in here for sure, they are still tough to find. It reminds me a lot of gold prospecting. You have to really pay attention to the volume of your threshold. And if you're not sure what a threshold is, that's that kind of annoying hum that a detector makes. It sounds like a mosquito in your ear. Any little faint warble in that threshold could indicate the presence of a metal target. So when you're out here amongst a bunch of metal targets, it's frustrating because you hear a warble and you dig down. It might be a nail or it might just be a meteor rong. That's a rock with just a lot of iron in it. You never know though, so you got to dig them all. So it's kind of frustrating because you dig a lot of garbage. It's a lot like gold prospecting that way though. You really want to get away from human activity. That way when you do hear a target, chances are it's probably gonna be a meteorite or maybe a piece of gold. Speaking of targets, I think I heard TJ just hit a target. You got one? I think he's got one. Ah!
Right there.
Oh yeah, no, that definitely looks like a meteorite. Whoa. No, that's cool looking though.
First meteorite.
I'm pretty sure. Did you do the magnet test?
No.
Let's do it. Ah, nice, man. Awesome. That was a turkey. Turkey. Turkey.
Oh, that is sweet. So this came from outer space, man.
Yeah.
You know that kind of makes us like astronauts,
Yeah.
right? Don't you think?
Technically.
I think this kind of makes me like an astronaut, and you're an extra testicle.
I think you mean extraterrestrial.
Yeah, an extra testicle.
That's awesome, man.
Oh my God, that is beautiful.
Thank you.
No, wait.
Beautiful though.
Yeah,
Look at
isn't that
it.
Cool.
Beautiful.
Wow. Yeah.
Look at that. Look at that.
So, good thing to find first off in the morning. We got up here bright and early. Not really. This is the payoff right there.
Yeah.
That's a beautiful rock.
All right, now we're gonna find some more.
Yeah.
Yeah! Nice find, man. Nice. I'm having a tough time finding a target now. We were on a roll for a minute. That's the way it goes though. You hit, then you miss, and then you hit, and you miss. But you never know unless you get out there and try.
Out here in Arizona, and I just found my second meteorite. The first one I found was flat and kind of long. This one here is more like what I would think an iron meteorite would look like, right? So this is the first one that I found, kind of long and slender, right? This here is the second one I found. So it's really smooth. Number 2. Yeah. That's cool. Ow, that's not cool. That's not cool.
Pressure's on. TJ's got one up on me now. 2 to 1. I gotta stop messing around. Hey, here we go. I don't know, I don't see anything yet.
Nothing's jumping on the ground, is it? No.
Oh, I think that's one. Is it?
I don't know.
Oh yeah, bud.
Wow, it was buried a little bit.
Yeah, it was a little bit underground, huh? Oh, look at that, it's beautiful. Yes! All right.
Number 2.
The machines are like, woo, 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 woo,
Yeah,
woo.
they're excited.
Yeah! Yeah! 2 to 2! Yeah! Oh wait, turkey.
Okay.
High five. Fist bump.
Back and forth.
Back and forth. Yeah. Bash. Yeah. Ah. Nice, man. Awesome.
Awesome find, man. That's cool. Yes. Let's do more.
Yeah. So we found some small fragments towards this direction here. And they seem to be getting bigger as they go this direction. I think I'm gonna go a little off the grid here and go out on a limb and try to find something big over this way. It's a big risk though, because typically when the meteorites start getting bigger, they get further apart. There's few and far in between then, because all the small fallout is in the tail of the strewn field basically. And so the head of it is just big stuff, but it's far apart. You got to play the cards right though. We can stay back here and find, maybe some small fragments with some consistency, or do we go towards the head of the strewn field and try and find something big? It's a lot more of a risk that way, but the potential payoff is a lot bigger too. I think TJ's gonna stay back and find some of the smaller stuff. I'm gonna forge ahead here and see if I can find some bigger stuff. I got another one! Check it out! See it in there? Look how much natural hematite and magnetite there is in the ground over here. It's just all stuck to that magnet. If you look close there, whoop, right there.
There it is, yeah.
Wow. Sweet. So cool. Man, so awesome. You got a signal? Oh, TJ's got a signal now. Oh. Yeah?
I don't see it.
Got a sticky magnet down in there. Come towards me. Is that it? Wave it in front. No. Come towards me a little more. A little more. Huh. He's in there somewhere.
Ah, got it.
Yeah? Ah, bullet. Lame.
A couple hours later, we were really starting to feel the Arizona sun.
There's not any water in it. Breastfeed me. It's the only way. Come on, brother.
Nope, you're gonna die. Yep. Actually, it's nice in the shade.
Yeah. Hey, is that a meteorite? It's not a meteorite. I know the taste of meteors.
That's
Meteorite.
petrified poo. Man, the sun out here is pretty brutal. It's nice to be in the shade, even with you.
Yeah, passing those storms on the way here. We're like, oh man, the rain sucks. We want to see the sun. Now the sun came out and we're like, oh man, we want clouds.
Rain.
Go away, sun.
Yeah.
How many meteorites do you have now?
Show 'em? Show 'em.
Alright.
Yeah.
I'll show you mine if you show me yours.
You got it, brother.
Okay. I think I might outweigh you though. Let me see.
This
This is a good one.
Yeah.
That one looks like it came from the same meteorite. Right?
Ooh, yeah, they fit together. It's like a puzzle piece.
Like a puzzle. Yeah. Well, they're very heavy. Like if you've never held...
Don't mix it up. I won't.
Yeah. If you've never held an iron meteorite, they're very
heavy.
It's just like a straight up slug of iron.
Like watch. You ready?
Yep.
Okay. Shin bones.
Think about it. I mean, we say it sometimes like, oh, wouldn't it be cool if it just rained money? This is like kind of the closest thing to that, right?
I think that would hurt. Like, because this fell from outer space, right? So it's traveling.
Yeah.
Traveling at
even
a
that
decent
little
speed.
pellet, that's got to be like a bullet to your dome, right?
I would think so. How?
I don't know.
How fast do these go?
Let me throw it at your head, and then just like to get a figurative, like, you know, see if it hurts.
Throw mine at my head. Do that. Do
that one?
Yeah.
Yeah. That way, if it misses, we don't.
And then
we don't care. You know, some reports actually say like people that witnessed a fall, they go up and touch it, and it's ice cold, like frosty.
Yeah. That's what Jeff was saying last night. Yeah.
Which, if you think about it, I mean, they're falling from like 15 miles above the Earth when they basically extinguish themselves, and then it's freaking cold.
It's cold up there, right?
Yeah. And so they're moving so fast, they compress all that cold air in front of them, and the moisture builds up on it and condenses and freezes. So it really makes sense, you know. So if anyone claims that like they come up and get burned by a hot rock, that I call BS. I call BS automatically. All right, we got some food in us. We traded in the detectors for these little magnet sticks. We're gonna find some stony meteorites. Not all meteorites have like a ton of iron in them, so much that a detector would sound off on them. In fact, all you really need sometimes is just a handy little magnet on a stick. You just touch it to the ground. Boop, boop, boop. If it sticks, it's probable. Not for sure. not every rock that's magnetic is a meteorite.
They gave us these walking sticks to look for some of the surface meteorites, and they stick to the earth magnet, right? And I was coming across this cactus, and the spines on this thing, I guess they're called spines. They the pokies on this cactus were like huge. So I kind of touched them with a stick, and they're so sharp and so rigid that my stick stuck to the dang cactus.
This one right here. This is the one you want to stay away from. It will jump out at you.
Unfortunately, we found out the hard way that a run-in with one of these cacti will set you back a good half hour.
All right, we're back at it. Got my trusty magnet stick, and we are looking eyeball finds, surface finds. I don't see anything yet though. Nope. 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 Oh, hey now. Hey now. Hey now. I don't know. Yeah. Well, I don't know. Your professional opinion?
So I go up to Beth and, hey, I've got a handful of these awesome meteorites. And she's like, no,
Nope.
no, no. I thought I had meteorites. So meteorongs, yeah.
I think I found one, Jeff.
Well done.
So I got one.
Yes. And it's bigger.
This is not.
That is terrestrial.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's too reddish. You can see the little holes, the little vesicles in it. Gas bubbles.
Oh, okay.
That's a good one. That's the perfect example of what you're looking for, that kind of reddish, brown, black color mix. And it's a bit shiny.
I think that's what caught my eye, was the shiny.
Yeah, see, these are dull.
Okay.
And it's not super shiny, but there's some remnant fusion crust there, and it glints in the sun, and these are very matte. A stone meteorite found on the surface like a true pro.
Yep. No turning back now.
Anyone would think you'd been treasure hunting before.
Well, it was funny because Brandon and I just naturally were going like this, like we were swinging an actual detector.
You're like detecting with it.
I don't know.
I caught myself doing it too. I'm like,
That's funny.
Ray Charles.
I didn't even realize I was doing that, actually.
Maybe, who knows?
I don't know. Professional opinion.
I mean, they found them in like 45 minutes.
What do you think of this one?
Nope.
Nope. Hematite, magnetite stuff.
Something. Mica, maybe.
Okay, just like that. Look at that. Fatal attraction right there. Huh. Fatal attraction. I think I found one.
No, you did.
Oh, yeah.
Yay! You didn't even have a detector.
I was going like this.
So if you have your back to the sun, they're going to cast shadows, and the darker that it is, the more it stands out. So if I were you and I wanted to find something, I'd go back to the end of the strewn field and hunt this way.
Okay.
Because it's just going to disappear if you're trying to, use the sun to your advantage. That's
Okay.
not the other way around. So that completely stands out, right?
Yeah, it does.
Yeah, so that's what you're looking for. And even if it's one of the ones with the caliche lines on it, it's still going to stand out. It's a completely different color than the other earth rocks that are around here.
All right.
Okay?
Yes, thank you.
I think I do much better with a detector.
With day one coming to a close, all of us could say it was a great success. Nobody died of dehydration, death by cacti, or snake bite, and everyone in the group found a meteorite. Later that night, we all enjoyed some 5-star open pit barbecue, followed by a world-class entertainer that used to be with the Cirque du Soleil. Man, what a place.
See you in the morning. Last day of boot camp.
Yes. That was a good night's sleep last night.
I slept like a baby.
I felt like I got my butt kicked yesterday a little bit. I was tired. Feet were a little sore, tired. What time we ended up going to bed?
Oh.
But it was last day. Very excited to go out there. Unsupervised.
Yeah.
Kind of sounds dangerous.
Well, unfortunately, we've only got a little bit of time to hunt today because we ate up most of our morning trying to keep batteries charged and trying to film some other stuff for you guys. But we got a little bit of time to hunt before we got to take off to the next place. So with any luck, we might be able to pull like 1 or 2 more. Not banking on it. They're pretty tough to find, but you can't find them if you're not looking, right?
Okay, so we had like 30 minutes and we're just working our way back to the truck because we were really short on time. Right here, half an inch or so below the soil, I found one. There it is. So I'm pretty stoked. That makes 3, that makes us tied. You got 3, right?
3 irons yesterday
Yep.
and a stony. Yeah.
So now pretty much Brandon and I are tied up, 3 irons apiece and 1 stony apiece. So pretty stoked. Never like to let Brandon beat me.
So we're gonna be moving on. We're gonna be headed south, doing some meetups tomorrow. Gonna hopefully meet up with a couple people that have befriended us on the Facebook pages on Dirt Fishing America, and we're gonna go looking for some meteorites and some turquoise. We're gonna do this one on our own, and you know, talk to some people that live in the area here about what they've been finding, and hopefully we can make a couple finds on our own. And then the next day, we're actually going to be hanging out with Jeff and the Space Rockettes and doing a private little hunt session for some meteorites. It's going to be awesome.
These last 2 days have been exciting. I'm looking forward to the next 2 as well.
Yeah, I am missing home though. I miss my wife and I miss my boy. So.
Me too.
Yeah, I know you miss my wife and my boy. My wife and your boy.
But first, we had one more really important stop.
We're here at the Aerolite headquarters in Tucson, Arizona. Inside this door behind me, world-class meteorite collection. Check this out.
Tucked away in a quaint corner of Tucson was the Aerolite U.S. headquarters, known by meteorite collectors as the gold standard when it comes to the buy, sell, and trade market of meteorites.
Pretty spacious.
It was here that we also learned that meteorites are often given a name referring to the geographic location they were found in. Sometimes, that name's pretty funny.
What's the name of that meteorite?
Fukang.
Fukang, are you sure?
I'm Fukang sure.
Are you Fukang really sure? This is the only way I can say, hey mom, look at my Fukang meteorite, you know? This is more unique.
Fukang, incredible.
How'd they get this Fukang to be square?
It was Fukang impossible.
Do you think it's Fukang?
It's just another Fukang rock.
And you can see through the Fukang thing. That is Fukang amazing.
You guys are Fukang around with a $1,200 piece.
Yeah.
It's a lot of money for a Fukang rock.
We also got to see some of the best examples of meteorites with gemstones in them called olivine. These particular pieces had been cut into slabs and polished, creating what looks like a stained glass window. Believe it or not, we even got to hold an actual piece of the moon.
So this is just display. It's illegal just to own a piece of the moon.
It's illegal to own a piece of the moon.
Who owns it?
The government. From the NASA missions, yes. So in order for us to own a piece of the moon, it has to land here. So take something hitting the moon hard enough, it ejects material off, floats around in space, and then eventually lands here. These are not attracted to a magnet, and they do not register on your metal detectors. And this is the largest piece. It's these kind of lines here are caused by something hitting this chunk hard enough with such force that that particular chemical melted. And this is the back of it.
There it is. Wow.
Yeah. So it's got remnant fusion crust and cooling cracks on it, which is incredible. And to have an actual piece of the moon that is this size is...
Can I hold a piece of the moon? That's amazing. If I'm careful.
You break it, you buy it.
Touch it with your finger. That's probably smart.
Yeah, just touch it.
I want to hold it. This is a piece of the moon. Moon rock. Kidding me. That's awesome to be actually holding something. It came from the moon. She said if I break it, I buy it. So you guys have dishes we could wash.
So if I stepped on this, could I technically say that I walked on the moon?
Yes, you could, which is something that Steve Arnold has at his meteorite shop. He has a piece of the moon in the ground, and some people can walk on it.
Really?
Yeah, it's pretty amazing.
Great minds.
Yes, truly.
Wow. Not only does he have cool rocks, he has cool statues. Look at these.
Jeffrey's love, knowledge, and enthusiasm for meteorites has landed him several different awards, recognizing his extensive talents across multiple platforms. Getting a chance to talk shop with the action scientist himself was something that I'd been wanting to do for a long time.
So, olivine, the only space gem?
Not quite, but almost.
Okay.
So we have some carbonaceous chondrites that have microdiamonds, and I mean micro, they are really tiny. And there's a fascinating story about them. They are believed to be remnants of a really ancient solar system that predates our own. So we think our solar system is old at 4.6 or 4.7 billion years old. But when you look at carbonaceous chondrites, these tiny diamonds are believed to be all that's left of a supernova from a solar system before our own, 12 billion years old. Wow. So within these meteorites, there is a whisper of a whole existence that's so alien we can hardly. Wow. Who knows what
So the
creatures might have lived there?
The amount of info that you can gather from a single stone is just, it's looking into the past, literally, like under a microscope.
Indeed, and different meteorites tell different stories. So carbonaceous chondrites were formed at the very beginning of the solar system, and some of them remain, well, rather the chondrules of which they were formed.
Okay.
Were created at the beginning of the solar system, and some of them remain virtually unchanged since the beginning of the solar system. Other meteorites had a very interesting story and have changed a great deal. And one of the best examples is a palisite. Palisites are a part of the stony iron group of meteorites. So we got three main families: irons, stones, stony irons, and stony irons are the rarest of the three. We have comparatively few examples. So split into mesositerites and palisites. And palisites are roughly 50% nickel iron, same material as iron meteorites. The other half is olivine, which is the gemstone peridot. So yes, gemstones from outer space.
So not the only gemstone, but probably the more common.
More available, and really probably the only one that you can see. You would need a microscope to see the microdiamonds.
Gem quality?
Sometimes. Yeah. Not from the Brahine palisite, but a couple of other palisites have produced gem quality crystals. And the reason we can't use Brahine for gems, first of all, it's too beautiful, and I wouldn't dream of melting this down. But secondly, the crystals are shocked, and that happened not on impact with the Earth, but sometime during their life on the asteroids from which they originated. So we're probably looking at enormous asteroidal collisions that generated so much force and pressure it caused these crystals to shatter. Now, here's the really good part. These have been cut thin in our lab to promote maximum translucency. And this particular meteorite has probably the highest density of olivine I've ever seen in any palisite.
That's incredible.
So I said 50-50 nickel iron and olivine, which is the norm. These slices are more like 80%, and it's extremely unusual, and it's a very difficult task to prepare these in the lab. This is not something that you could have done at Home Depot by the time you pass the tiles.
Do you mind if I hold it?
Please do, hold it by the edges.
By the edges,
Yeah.
yes, I've learned that.
And please don't drop it, because it will shatter into a million tiny meteorites. I trust you. Gosh, I didn't say that often.
Nah. Whoa. Space gems.
Photobomb.
That is amazing.
Okay.
Carefully.
Carefully! I'm always a little nervous holding the palisites. The rarity of palisites makes them both desirable and expensive, and we'll get onto the irons in a minute. But the iron meteorites, we believe, were once part of the molten core of a large asteroid. And the stone meteorites, like you found out in the strewn field, and of which these are examples, are from the crust and perhaps the mantle of asteroids. Palisites come to us from a very narrow horizon called the core mantle boundary, the zone where the molten core begins to cool and olivine crystallizes out. And that explains the scarcity of palisites. So out of over 50,000 officially recognized meteorites, they're less than 200 pallasites. Extremely rare. They're desirable, they're fascinating scientifically.
So we need to find more of those.
I know a place.
I know a place. I don't know a place, obviously, but I know who to hang out with.
So your question about the etch pattern.
Yeah, they all have these crazy patterns on them. What's up with that?
The shape itself, the structure, is called a Wittgenstein pattern.
After Mr. Wittgenstein
After
himself.
Count von Wittgenstein.
I didn't know he was a count.
Yes, he was. And he was an early meteorite collector and scientist, and he had iron meteorites and they were rusting, and he was trying to figure out a way to stop them rusting, so he experimented with different types of acid treatments. And he put a mild solution of nitric acid on one of his iron meteorite slices and was rather surprised to discover this beautiful pattern emerged. And the experience of etching an iron meteorite is quite a bit like being in a dark room and seeing a print develop, and it actually happens fairly quickly. So if you take an iron meteorite and you just cut it, you are usually not going to see any of that pattern. And it is a mixture of two nickel-iron alloys that cooled over probably millions of years in deep space. And we don't see this pattern in any terrestrial rocks. It's unique to meteorites. And you asked this, and going back to the original question, yes, they are different. So every iron meteorite has a different etch pattern. And if you really know your stuff, you can sometimes look at a slice and go, oh, that's Simchan.
Well, that's such and such.
And we've definitely done that over time. People have contacted us and said, oh, my husband passed away and he has a meteorite collection, but they weren't labeled, and can you help us? And we can look at some of them and tell them, oh yeah, that looks like a Toluca.
Part of this or part of
Yeah.
that. Yeah, that's amazing. Wow. It's beautiful, too.
It is, it's remarkable, and it reminds us that iron is a crystalline mineral. And we rarely see iron in a crystalline form, but because of the slow cooling that these meteorites experienced when they were still in space, it gave them time to form these elaborate and marvelous patterns.
And then the unthinkable happened.
Nothing. Brooklyn. It's okay. Smaller slices sell better. It's fine.
Maybe now I can afford one.
Did Brandon do that?
Yes.
No.
It's buying it.
No.
Your show is just.
I'll just take the GoPro.
I said
and
I
exchange.
can't afford the big one. One me.
I would say that's the first time in a year.
Oh, first time in a year? That's not bad, considering. I mean, look at all of
Yeah.
these.
How many times I come running through here to answer the phone and I hear something go,
Oh no! Have you seen Molly run? I saw her run.
oh,
yesterday.
thank you.
She runs like a horse.
I do. I run like a horse. I have a very heavy foot, and Beth is like, you shouldn't do that. You're going to knock me out.
You want to race? This is 19 pounds. This is like a two-hander.
That's a real compliment thing.
This is what I would think of as, you know, a meteorite.
Get it. Get it. Oh, there it is.
This is worth like
$35,000.
It's only $35,000. That was a super cool collection.
Yeah, to say the least.
So glad that we came and took the tour of Aerolite. I think that there's, aside from like the Smithsonian and a few other museums, probably one of the world's best collections in that house there. And I don't think we really grasped what we were holding.
I did.
I was kind of joking around like, oh, this is heavy, and then like some of the other people that were more astute with the meteorites, they're like, oh my gosh, they're letting you hold that. Wow.
I felt privileged, actually.
Very privileged, yes.
They trusted us with very, very expensive meteorites, very fragile meteorites.
Yeah.
And they're like, yeah, you guys can hold them. We're like, oh, really?
Yeah.
We can?
it was awesome. I'm glad that it was Molly that broke one and not me.
I'm glad too, because we might not be riding home in this. All right, so Dirt Fishing America out here near the Mexico border with Vlad, Stephanie, now Stacy, and Marcy.
He's been calling her.
I've been calling her Stephanie all day, and I don't know. I have
Who's
a niece.
Stephanie?
A niece.
Who's Stephanie?
A niece.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're out here, and we think we may have found what we were looking for, an old campsite. So we're gonna.
What kind of campsite?
Possibly a Confederate campsite.
Possibly
Out in Arizona.
Yeah. That's all we're gonna say about this location, other than it's really close to Mexico. I'm losing my voice because
he talks too much.
talking, blah, 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 just to hear myself. I actually got sick before we came down to Arizona. Thought I had kicked it, nipped it in the butt. Actually came back to nip me in the butt, and now I'm paying for it. So we're here though, and we want to find this camp really bad. And check it out. Vlad found a can right on top of this hill up here. So we hiked all the way up this hill. Found absolutely nothing else up there. But on the way up, check that out. What? Oh my gosh, time period glass. So we're definitely in the area of this camp. This camp was around from 1866 to 1867. Very short period, but you know, a lot of guys traveled in those camps and they took a lot of things with them. So are you guys ready to find some stuff?
Yeah. Ready.
Yep.
All right, well, good luck. I'll be sitting over here.
How many nails is Brandon holding up? One. Good.
Wrong 6 if you cut my fingernails. Oh! So why is it that we found one can there, one nail there, piece of purple glass there? It's weird though, because every other campsite that we've been to, if they were on top of this hillside would be littered with their garbage.
Yeah.
Not just a fleck here and there.
And travel down to the creek.
And all the way.
Yeah. But the grasses here are higher than where we are generally at. So I don't know. Let's go swing it. So Brownon just found something. So first real target of the day. I think he found silver, something for the bridle, looks like, on a horse. First decent target though.
Yeah. I hear metal detectors going off up here. You know?
Yeah, let's get to looking for some more stuff.
We've got a time period bullet. Check this out.
Oh, I've never seen one.
Oh, nice. Isn't that awesome?
It's you can see what.
Oh yeah. It's on this side of this hillside, so
yeah.
Maybe they were over there. Maybe they were shooting this way. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think we should just keep going this way.
Find a few more, and then if not, we can get the guys over here. And...
All right, and break. What is that?
Rocks?
Oh my gosh.
Like, oh my gosh, like why would that be there?
You're talking, walking back, all of a sudden it's like, where the hell did that come from?
Where'd that come from? This was actually a holding tank for water, and then they were sluicing that material through that mill and down the side of that mountain.
Yeah, they're bringing it up here, because you can see the piles, they're bringing it up here and then running it down the sluice, and I don't know how old it is, but some of the concrete's got rebar, big rebar, so it's not that old, but...
Yeah. Did you find anything there, Vlad?
No.
Yeah. Me either.
Not much.
Pretty cool to see, though.
A 10.
What do you think, girls? Was that cool to see or what? You look very, very impressed.
We think that you boys are walking the wrong direction
because the windmill's over there.
And we parked over by the windmill.
I'm just saying.
We're wondering why we're walking that way.
So we could come see this.
What else are we doing?
I want to go to the graveyard.
Okay.
Enough about the graveyard.
Gosh.
Somebody watching a
Go feed Tina.
I'll tell you, by the amount of cow shit around here, if we have to eat tonight, we can get a cow.
With daylight dwindling, we loaded up and set out to find a ghost town in the area.
On the GPS, it's like right here. It's right over there. Wow. Which is a ghost town. You got some glass?
Blue. Pretty blue. Aqua.
That's old. That's very old.
Yeah.
Thank you. Are you talking about me or the glass?
But no matter how hard we tried, we just couldn't seem to get on the goods.
Well, we're back at the hotel room now. We had an awesome day out with the girls and Vladdy today.
A lot of fun. So we're happy that they came out to hang out with us. And next time, probably find some more stuff. I think we're going to come back out and visit with all three of them again. So
yeah.
It was a lot of fun. It really was.
We did manage to find what we were looking for, though. I'm fairly certain that we were very, very close to that camp, that military camp, because of that mainly, and some time period glass and stuff. But you know, can't always win them. Had an awesome time though. I'm not feeling very good, unfortunately. We got a long day tomorrow too, so
Yeah, so suck it up, Buttercup.
Suck it up, Buttercup. Here we go. Wow, rock and roll. Wow. Running a little bit late today. Gonna go meet Jeff and the Space Rockettes for breakfast. Talk about where we're gonna go. Then we're gonna go there. We're gonna hunt. We're gonna find meteorites. Okay, here we go. Bye.
We are on the west side of the range of the Santa Rita Mountains, legendary find site of the Tucson Ring meteorite. And more specifically, this is exactly where we filmed the Meteorite Men episode. It hasn't changed a bit, except the road is even worse. And I have not been back to this site since the last day of filming. That was almost 7 years ago. This site fascinates me because it is the origin of the strangest of all meteorite stories. In the 1800s, a blacksmith found 3 very large iron meteorites here in a so-called Valley of Iron. He said there were many other pieces, but he only took 3 of them. And the largest, the Tucson Ring, is now in the Smithsonian Institution in Washington, D.C., as is the Carlton Mass, the second one. The third one, gone. Don't know what happened to it or not. The Tucson Ring is different from all the other legends in that we have the meteorite. We know that it's real, and we know that it was found somewhere around here because the finder dragged it into town using a team of oxen. Something weighing that much could not have been dragged so very far. So Steve and I came here in 2009 in a desperate search to find more pieces of the ring. We did not. We found a brand new meteorite to science. And when Dirtfish in America called and said, Jeff, we're coming to Tucson, we want to do something really fun and amazing, where can we go hunting? I thought, back to the Santa Ritas. Let's revisit the site and see what these pros can find.
All right, the day has come. We're out here hunting for a piece of the Tucson Ring. We've been waiting a long time to come here and do this, and we've got a good group of knowledge here. We're on the hillside where Jeff has found a meteorite, so it's looking good. Tucson Ring, we're coming for you. I don't know what I've got, but I've got something. Check this out. Sounds pretty large.
Yeah, it's another one of these weird shrapnel-y looking pieces, and this is a good little pinpoint.
Yeah.
That really goes, that supports the military training up here.
Mm-hmm. You know, there's no reason for metal to be out here.
Somebody told me that there were 1 or more aircraft crashes up here.
Okay, we got another target.
It's not sticking to my magnet, but it's setting off the
detector.
detector.
Looks like it's aluminum or something. Yeah, because that's it. Yep, so that's it. Well, it's a target.
Cool.
Ow, ow, son of a bitch. Everything around here hurts. Watch for cactus, she says. Son of a bitch. Some of these things are unforgiving. Maybe all cut up. Am I dying?
Might be. Oh, what'd you do?
I think I'm dying.
Bloody is a good look for you.
Was that from cactus? Was it cactus?
No, it's from a tree.
Oh.
Everything hurts out here.
That'd be a really good t-shirt. Tucson, everything hurts out here. Thanks for visiting.
A scorpion? Where's he at?
It could kill 4-year-old children and under. Definitely give dogs and everything else a run for their money. With you, if it hit you, it'd probably just make your finger sting for like a solid month.
Should we check it and test it? test your theory?
Yeah, go for it. So this is why you should have gloves on.
I think so. Show us. I have no gloves because I'm like, I don't need gloves. So show them where my gloves are.
This is really helpful. Goof.
So, well, lesson learned. I'm gonna put my gloves on now.
This is a very well sought after meteorite. A lot of people have been in this area looking for it. So as you're noticing, he's really getting up into this mountain, every nook and cranny, if you know what I mean. You can't be lazy when you're looking for meteorites. They're not just gonna be convenient for you to get to. So if you think of everyone as being super lazy and hitting all the easy spots, then, you know, and they didn't find any meteorites, chances are you won't either. So get up in there, get under stuff, move rocks, push things over, you know, destroy things.
Excellent advice. Plus, I just like to do things the hard way.
What the heck is that? God, it's heavy. It's almost feels like a big battery or something. Probably some weird military thing that I'm not supposed to be holding.
What's that? I don't know. What the heck?
So, just looking at it, doesn't look very heavy, right?
No.
Not your hand.
Good grief, it's as heavy as a meteorite.
It is. Maybe it's packed plumb full.
Maybe it's full of gold dust.
That's kind of what I was hoping.
Or radioactive.
That is pretty cool.
One of the weirder, wilder things found out here.
It almost looks like maybe like an old battery to a headlamp or something like that. I'm gonna put this radioactive material in your backpack for real quick.
Hey,
it's a slow leak. You'll be fine.
I'm expendable.
Be very, very quiet. I'm wabbit hunting. It's like, what the hell is all this beeping going on? I'm trying to take a nap over here. Hi. You're mangy looking. Need a sandwich. Come here, baby. Get a sandwich. He's trying to wind us.
There was a couple things that we wanted to find when we came to Arizona. Turquoise was one of them. And check this out, we just found a turquoise mine. Oh, that's a good looking piece. Yeah.
We found the abandoned turquoise mine. How cool is that?
That is cool. Very cool.
It's actually a really great wrap up to the adventure.
Totally.
And we thought, well, let's just drive out here, we'll do the final shot, it'll be really nice, you know, spectacular kind of big vista shot. And then you go, wow, look, gem quality turquoise.
Yeah, I knelt down to put my drone together and I'm like, wait a second.
Is that Brandon's rule of prospecting? You always make the best finds on the last day.
It's exactly
true, isn't
right.
it? You know, I can't tell you how many times we've been on an expedition or we've been filming or there's been something going on, you go, oh, there's only 2 hours till sunlight, and that's when you make your biggest find and people go, oh, you planned it that way, and it really isn't. It actually just does seem to somehow turn out to be best at the end.
What an awesome day of meteorite hunting. You know, they're worth a lot because they're hard to find.
Right.
Just like everything we look for. I mean, you know, we're looking in the right spot with the right tools and the right company, but sometimes they, you know, they're not going to literally fall into your lap.
Let me say, no, we didn't find anything. We didn't find any meteorites, but we found mystery aircraft parts, possibly that weirdo alien thing with the space helmet on it.
Radioactive.
Yeah, a lot of
still in my
strange
backpack.
stuff. That was mysterious mechanical thing, we have no idea what it was, and we're just kidding about the alien stuff. But what it means is that when you do find a meteorite next time, you'll go, yes, the victory be that much sweeter.
Right. I feel pretty confident now that when we get back home and we go into some of our locations out in the desert and stuff, we're gonna have the tools that we need to look for them, and hopefully we can find some on our own. That's the idea, right?
Definitely.
The tools meaning the knowledge of being able to find them, understand what we're looking for and how to find them. I think your class that you put on was epic.
Absolutely.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely. It was a lot of fun. Highly recommend it.
Well, you did a fantastic job. I know you're already highly skilled metal detectorists, but the techniques of meteorite hunting are somewhat different from the techniques that we would use for coin or relic hunting.
It is.
But I also really wanted to show you an actual strewn field, and this is a real meteorite site. We know numerous meteorites have been found out here, at least 5 that I know of, 2 of which have been officially recorded and a few others that were found by reliable sources. So they're out here. It's just rather challenging terrain.
Yeah.
Well, to be honest, we like the tough hunts because that means not many people have been there.
That's right.
And the potential of finding nothing is increased, but the potential of finding something very interesting, valuable time period is also increased too. So we like to play the odds of saying, you know, we'll work it, we'll work it to get to it, and we might go home with nothing, but we might go home with something spectacular too.
Risk a lot to save a lot, right?
That's the motto.
Yeah. All right, so what was your highlight of the whole trip down here?
I would say, you know what, I think we've formed a pretty good friendship.
Yeah.
I think to me that's pretty valuable. I mean, to be honest, I mean, I know that's pretty kind of cheesy, I guess.
No, but, it isn't. It's nice.
We really value your friendship, and I think sometimes people just click, and I feel like we've got a click going, you know.
Well, I do too, and I'm glad you said that, because I dare say this will not be the only one of our joint adventures.
Oh, there will be more.
Oh, is this a group metal detecting hug?
This GoPro's heavy.
Okay, it's a wrap then.
My shoulder's like,
it's turning into a special effects shot.
Yeah, it's like, now we're gonna get
good night, everyone. Thanks so much for joining us, though. It's been a blast, and we hope you'll join us on our next adventure. Who knows where we'll go.
I'll be watching.
See you next time.
As it would turn out, I just happen to know a place in northern Nevada where several meteorites have been found in the past. It was time to put my new skills to the test, so me and old Johnny Utah loaded up and headed out. Several hours went by before finally, a tiny glimmer of hope in the form of a crusty little rock. And while the jury's still out, the professional consensus is that we are 90% certain this is going to be an H-chondrite Jungo Flat meteorite. Our journey to find a piece of the universe that we could call our own was over. Special thanks to Jeff Notkin and the Aerolite crew, Beth, Molly, and Christian, and to Stacy, Vlad, and Marcy. But most of all, thank you for watching. Without your support, this wouldn't have been possible. Please check out the links in the description below for your chance to win a Minelab metal detector, some meteorites, and other cool prizes.